Hello and welcome back, audience. My name is MassiveBrad and welcome back to One Season Wonder. Now, before we get into today's episode, I just want to say a huge big thank you for the love and support on the channel. And as always, guys, at the start of these episodes, we're going to look at the games in today's episode. Now, normally we would look over the month for the last episode and look at all the results. But I decided 2 episodes to go in this One Season Wonder career mode to cut that because it takes a little bit of time at the start and it was taking a little bit too much time. So what I've started to do now is we're just going to look over the games, discuss which ones we're going to play and simulate, because you guys know by now, however many games there are, half of them are going to be played, half of them are going to be simulated. If the month like January, like it is here, where there is 7 games, half is 3.5 and we're always rounding it down, which means in today's episode, I'm going to play 3 games and simulate 4. The 3 we're going to play is Liverpool at home, Accrington Stanley in the FA Cup away from home. We're then going to simulate the first game, or the first leg, should I say, in the semi-finals of the Carabao Cup against Bury. We're then going to simulate the game against Wolves, simulate the game against Huddersfield. We're then going to play the game against Bury to the second leg. So if we lost 2-0, we've still got a chance of knocking them out and getting through to the final. But if we can beat them 2 or 3-0, then happy days, we can go into the game with our heads held high and pretty much a guaranteed place in the final of the Carabao Cup. And then we're going to simulate the game against Newcastle. Now, between these 2 last games here against Bury and Newcastle, if we dominate them and beat them 3 or 4-0 in the first leg, I'll then simulate the Bury game because we've absolutely dominated them in the first leg. I'm sure we'll be able to batter them in the second leg. And then I'll play the last game against Newcastle away from home. But something I quickly want to touch up on about this series, guys. Now, hopefully on screen, the video I done the other day, which if you guys haven't seen it, FIFA 20 EA dropped FIFA 20 gameplay, and I've done another episode of thoughts and opinions on the FIFA 20 gameplay. If you haven't watched it, definitely go and give it a watch. It'll be on the channel page. If you go and check videos, it was around 2 or 3 videos ago. Definitely give it a watch. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on what you thought of the trailer. More importantly, on screen right now, you should be seeing a segment from that video, which is where I was showing you guys about the community page. Now, the reason I'm telling you about this community page is if I just have a little look on mine. So 4 days ago, as I record this, I said this to you guys. I never really got to push One Season Wonder to its full potential. I never really got it off the ground. I think personally, I started it a little late into the year and didn't leave myself enough time to get deep to 4/5 seasons in. All this being said, how would you guys feel if I started the series again on FIFA 20 and gave myself enough time to get deep into 4 or 5 seasons with the series? I know you guys didn't get a huge feel to the One Season Wonder series, but based on the concept of the series, should I give One Season Wonder another shot in FIFA? Now, there's been 14 votes. 79% is for yes, 21% is for no. If you guys go and vote on that, and all you need to do is go to my channel, and across the top you'll see home, videos, playlist, community, channels, and about. Click the community page, and since I hit 1,000 subs, I can do like posts, I can do straw polls, and you guys can get involved on the community page. The last post I've done is that straw poll right there, asking you guys, do you want to see this series in FIFA 20? I know you haven't seen too much of it, but based on the concept of starting with a team, winning as much as you can, and then every season moving on to a new league and a new team, do you like that concept? But also, the post before that, I told you guys it was only 3 episodes away from hanging up the suit and tie at Liverpool and retiring. Now, I could just hang up and say, do you know what, guys, this is the last episode, don't want to do it anymore, but I want to at least give you guys 1 season of this series. So maybe then you think, do you know what, bring this back in FIFA 20, it was quite good. So 2 weeks this Friday, by the 9th of August, you guys will have seen off the Liverpool career mode and we'll have retired. And we'll also have seen off the One Season Wonder at Manchester City in this One Season Wonder series. We'll also retire. And then we're going to start one final career mode, which I think I'm going to get you guys to vote on the Liverpool career mode. Probably the second to last episode. So I'm telling you this, guys, now. On episode 92, I'm going to be asking you guys what league you'd like me to go to on a straw poll, and then you're going to vote on that straw poll, which I'll leave in the description and the comment section of episode 92, guys, which comes out on the 31st of July. And then on the last episode of the Liverpool Career Mode, episode 93, you guys are going to vote for the team. So you're first going to vote for the league, and then you're going to vote for the team. So if there's a team that you want me to do and it's in the Prem, then vote the Premier League. And then when you get the next straw poll on the last episode and it's all the Premier League teams, you're then going to vote for the team. Hopefully you guys understand that. Now, what I was saying about this series is, if I'm completely honest, guys, I'm just going to rush through the series now. I think I haven't got the fair chance to show you guys the potential of this series. Unfortunately, I left it too late because we're so close to FIFA 20 coming out now. I've got to finish this series, finish the Liverpool Career Mode series, and then start one final series to get us right through to FIFA 20. The timing's not great because I want to at least do one season at this new team, whereas I feel like I'm going to be stuck for time because I don't want FIFA 20 to drop and we still have 4 or 5 episodes to go on this last series in FIFA 19. I want to try and get it to finish at a nice time. Hopefully, with that schedule, I will be able to do just that. But back in today's episode, it is going to be slightly rushed from now, guys, because I've kind of just fell out of love with the One Season Wonder series. I kind of just want to get it done. And if you guys want to see it in FIFA 20, I'll put my heart and effort, blood, sweat and tears into it and make it as good as possible. But for now, I just want to get through these episodes, the massive episodes that are a pain in the bum to edit, that are a pain in the bum to render, and then a pain in the bigger bum to upload to YouTube. So I just want to get through them, finish Season 1 at Manchester City in the One Season Wonder series, retire, and then see if you guys want to see it in FIFA 20. But regardless, up next we have Liverpool at home. They are coming to Manchester to face off against us, Manchester City, and this is the lineup we are putting out. We've got Raheem Sterling out on the left wing, Jesus at striker, Mahrez out on the right wing, Bernardo Silva linking up with De Bruyne in the central midfield role. A little deeper, we've got Fernandinho in the central defensive midfield, and then Mendy, Company, Stones and Danilo at the back with Ederson between the sticks. Now, we are into the month of January, and I did say in January I would sign a new right back because unfortunately Kyle Walker has been put out on the sidelines for quite a while. But I've decided against that. I'm not really fussed what happens in this series anymore. If I'm going to be completely honest with you guys, I don't think a lot of you enjoy it because I haven't been able to do its full potential, and I'm just not that much in love with it. If I think back to episode 7, the last episode, can I remember what happened? Unfortunately not. It's been that long, and I've been so focused on the Liverpool Career Mode and finishing high and finishing big before we retire. One Season Wonder kind of got the backseat, and if we do it again in FIFA 20, that won't be the case. I will put blood, sweat and tears into it, and I will make it happen. But regardless, Liverpool up next at the Etihad Stadium. We need those 3 points in the Premier League. We're 2 points behind Manchester United, but we've got a game in hand, so we can go 1 point ahead. That's only if we beat Liverpool on the day. Well, against the club that I love, the club I have supported since birth, and unfortunately, you know, I'm not going to be one of these people that say, oh, because of Manchester City, but I support Liverpool, I'm going to lose on purpose. I have seen other career mode creators score own goals against the club they support. That is not what we are here to do. We're creating a series. It's got to be enjoyable for you guys. And most importantly, we're here to win. One Season Wonder. We want to have one season, and we want it to be a wonderful one, and that is exactly what we plan to do. As Gabriel Jesus kicks us off in his first half, let's get it underway and let's see what damage we can do to Liverpool. Into Jesus. Jesus into KDB. KDB out wide now to Mahrez. That's going to be a problem. One-on-one with Alisson. One-on-one! Mahrez scores. It's 1-0. Well, our first decent attack of the game. Liverpool have been strong. But I said that maybe 5 minutes ago that Robertson coming so far out of position at that left back was going to leave Mahrez plenty of room. You can see Robertson in the background there trying to run back with Ben Woodburn. You pull Robertson out of position, we pull Van Dijk more into the middle, and Mahrez was through on his own one-on-one. And we've managed to come away with that ball. Let's try and kick this out of Ederson now and get Mahrez in behind. Referee's going to blow for half-time anyway at the Etihad Stadium. Mahrez would have been in behind there, would have had the legs on Robertson. And we could have been in behind with Jesus there to look for a second. But regardless, we're going in at half-time. We're at home and we're 1-0 up. So that is the importance of that first half. Going into the second half, we keep playing the way we are. We're defending very well. And going forwards, we seem to keep finding those cheeky little passes and breaking down the Liverpool defence. We continue that. And without a doubt, I think we can score another one, maybe even a second in the second half. To Bernardo Silva. Inside now to Fernandinho. Fernandinho around to KDB. This is nice right now. Go on, Jesus. Get through. Jesus through and goal. Surely! Big save there from Alisson. Mahrez going to track this one down. Has done. Mahrez to KDB on the volley. It's off the post. KDB to follow up here to the other post. Well, that's a highlight for you guys. Volley, they hit the post. And then come over the other side of the goal. Went for an acrobatic with KDB and hit the post again. And they could have looked for an easy goal there, and they haven't. There's Fernandinho, KDB, Jesus, playing it off now to Bernardo Silva, playing it off now to Jesus. Virgil van Dijk is messed up there, Jesus through on goal, it's 2-0. And the man I honestly didn't think would make a mistake on the day, Virgil van Dijk, well and truly screwed up there. He misplaced the pass, he stumbled on the ball, I'm not sure what happened, let's watch the replay. He tries to clear it, it hits Jesus and then comes off the back of his heel, not much he could have done there. But Jesus, who is becoming a right little sharpshooter for Manchester City in this season one of one season one there, slots home to make it 2-0. And we're now going to march on and look for this third goal. I think we could find it. And it is in fact our throw, and it is Gundogan. KDB. Phil Foden. Foden round the corner now to Jesus. Jesus out wide to Danilo, who's going to let one fly. Oh, wasn't too far away at all. Shaqiri back to Gini. Oh, it was unlucky here. Still ends up at the feet of Shaqiri here. KDB's going to have to chase this one down. Shaqiri had no chance. He should have just run with it. But regardless, the referee's going to blow for full time at the Etihad. We've beaten Liverpool 2-0. Couldn't quite find that third, but we keep a clean sheet. And we managed to get another 3 points, which should, unless Man United have played their other game, should put us back on top by 1 point. We had 6 shots, 3 on target, 2 in the back of the net. Liverpool 2 shots, 1 on target. KDB picks up man of the match with a 9.0 rating. As much as I hate to say this because I support Liverpool through and through, it was an easy game and an easy walk in the park. I felt like defensively they were just constantly trying to go down the wings. They were pushing Bellerin and Robertson forward as the left and right back, which then gave us the entry to get in behind and slot 2 past Alisson. But regardless, we get the win, and that's the important thing. Right guys, and here we are at match day, about to face off in the round 3 of the Emirates FA Cup against Accrington Stanley. Now I've had to change up the team quite a bit. You can already see Laporte is playing at left back, whereas Jordi Alba is playing at right back. That is because currently what I've been doing is we're at left back, and then I've been rotating Danilo and Mendy at right back. Unfortunately, Alba wasn't fit for the last game, so I had to play Mendy at left back, and I had to play Danilo at right back. Kyle Walker's not back yet. Laporte can play at left back. None of the other players can play at right back, so I've just put Jordi Alba out there and put Laporte to left back because he can't actually play there. But as you can see, I've rotated the team up quite a bit since that last game against Liverpool because unfortunately that team is not fully fit. But we're going with Leroy Sané out on the left wing, Sergio Aguero at striker, Dembele out on the right wing, Gundogan linking up with Phil Foden in the central midfield role. A little deeper we got Thomas Partey in the central defensive midfield, and then Laporte, Stones, Otamendi and Alba at the back, with Ederson between the sticks. Now, Dembele recently has been running teams ragged. His burst of pace, his shot, his accuracy, his left foot has been tremendous so far, and I'm hoping we can continue that up next at Town Park against Accrington Stanley. Here we go, Accrington Stanley. This realistically should be a walk in the park. If we were to draw or lose to goddamn Accrington Stanley, I would be ashamed. As Accrington Stanley do kick us off in this first half period. Let's get it underway. And hopefully it should be 5-0 by half time. Nice interception there. Let's go straight up now to Aguero. Aguero to Foden. Foden out wide now to Dembele. Dembele coming forward. He's going to cut in on this left foot. Dembele looks to bend the one. It's 1-0. Well, I said that Dembele and his wicked left foot had been causing problems for teams so far. Within 2.5 minutes, that same left foot has caused the problem for Accrington Stanley. Little digging inwards, little dancing in, onto the left foot, top left corner. It's 1-0 Man City. Aguero, a quick feet back to Thomas Partey. Round now to Phil Foden. Foden going to lay this off to Dembele to Aguero. Aguero going to shoot home. It's off the crossbar. There's McConville coming forward now. Nice little drop of the shoulder there. He's coming forward. This is nice. Oh, Finley shoots. It's back in the net. It's 1-1. Well, that is just not what you expect. I made the mistake. I pulled John Stones over. Pulled Otamendi, who tried to dive in with it. Missed it. And it's 1-1. I certainly didn't think that was going to happen. As Aguero through now to Sané. Finley going to play this one out. Is the referee going to blow his whistle any second now? I would have thought so when he does blow his whistle. And we're going at half time. 1-1 to Accrington Stanley. Not what you'd usually expect, especially with the squad that we've put out. But regardless, we've had so many shots. I'm not panicked at all. And I think it's only a matter of time as we kick the second half of Aguero before we go back in front into Aguero. Aguero going to lay this off to Foden. Foden going to poke one out now to Dembele. And again, Dembele looks at getting in behind. Here's Dembele. Nice little bit of skill there. Dembele onto his left foot. Looks to bend the one. Taken out. It's going to be a penalty. Little bit of skill. Tries to get his shot off. And he is clobbered in the penalty box. I personally want to see the replay on this. I'm not sure whether it is. He gets a shot. I mean, Dembele shoots. unless it hits his hand, and that's why it was given as a foul for a handball. I don't personally think that should have been a penalty, and I think because I think like that, I'm now going to put this wide. I think it's only fair. I don't personally think it should have been a penalty unless it was a handball. Pep's going to put it wide. I'm a fair player. Guerrero going to drop the shoulder onto his right foot. Lets one fly. Big save there from the keeper. All you have to do is wiggle a little bit of space for Guerrero, and he can pull off normally a wicked shot. Let's look for Otamendi once again. Ball in. Great position there for Otamendi, who heads home. Is it in? The referee is saying it's in. It wasn't cleared off the line. I said Otamendi was the man to head home. We're 2-1 up. We should have been used there, in my personal opinion. It looked like it was kept out. Oh no, it is. Is the full ball over? Hold on, there's still a little bit behind, but by the time that ball connects with the foot, it's probably going to go a little bit more over the line. Let's have a little look as it plays. Yeah, there you go. It was 6 inches, 8 inches behind the line, and we do find ourselves finally back in the lead. 2-1 up against Accrington Stanley. Yeah, let's win that. Oh, you should be all over Finley here. Shouldn't be happening, that. Ball into the middle. John Stones is all over it. Gives it to Key on the edge of the box. And Key has just finessed, lobbed. I have no idea what he's just done to Edison, but he's put it back to 2-2. What a ridiculous goal. There was no power in it whatsoever. Terrible clearance there from John Stones. It's just a nice finesse shot that lobs the keeper. Come on, let's win this ball back. Let's win it back and get this final counter-attack going. I just don't know if it's going to come. And Accrington Stanley are on the counter here. Mendy. Put it back now to Stones. I think they're honestly going to blow for full time here. They have done. It's going to a replay. I cannot believe it. It's going to go to a replay against Accrington Stanley. Unbelievable. Look at the stats. Accrington Stanley, 2 shots, 2 on target, 2 in the back of the net. Round of applause for Accrington Stanley. Unbelievable. On the day, they were consistent when they needed to be. Unfortunately, 16 shots, only half on target, that being 8. We only put 2 in the back of the net. It wasn't good enough. Then Belly picks up man of the match on 9.1. And it's going to a replay in the Emirates FA Cup against Accrington Stanley. Not what we wanted. Right, guys, and here we are at match day. This time round, we're in the Carabao Cup. In the semi-finals, we've got 2 legs in today's episode. We've got the first leg up next against Bury, and then in a week's time, we're playing the second leg. I'm a little bit concerned now because we're simulating this game, and I just played the game against Accrington Stanley. Bear in mind, that team is Accrington Stanley, and we just drew 2-2. We couldn't even beat them. Now, obviously, in this game against Bury, we're simulating it, and the problem is if I draw or lose or don't win by 3 goals plus, I have to play the next leg. I have to play it, not simulate it. Whereas if we beat them, 3-4, 5-0, then obviously I'll risk simulating the second leg and then I'll play the game against Newcastle. But hopefully this team is good enough to do the job. Although we weren't good enough to do the job against Accrington Stanley. Hopefully that's a different story with this team. We got Raheem Sterling out on the left wing, Gabriel Jesus at striker, Mahrez out on the right wing, David Silva linking up with De Bruyne in the central midfield role. We got a little deeper Fernandinho in the central defensive midfield, and then Jordi Alba, Laporte, Otamendi, and Mendy at the back with Edison between the sticks. Let's go ahead and get the players warmed up. Let's get this going. Players warming up. We've surely got to beat them 3 or 4-0 here with that lineup. We are kicked off. The referee has blown his whistle, and Jordi Alba scores after just 6 minutes. Out of all the players to score, it's all left back. Should have just played Jordi Alba up top. Fernandinho has picked up a yellow card in the 25th minute. Be good now, Fernandinho. I don't want you getting a red card. Stones has come on for Otamendi. Dembele's come on for Mahrez for us. We're only 1-0 up here. Dembele scores 10 minutes after coming on for Mahrez. Going deep into the last 15 minutes now. If we could score another one, I'd be happy. Are we going to get another late goal? It's not going to happen. We are only going to be buried 2-0. And I'm just not sure that's enough to secure us a place in the final of the Carabao Cup, which means we will be now playing the second leg because I don't want to risk it. Well, I'm seriously going to have to put my faith in that second leg into Bury now because we're about to simulate this game at home against Wolves, which I'm hopeful we'll get the win. As you can see, Manchester United are breathing down our necks, only 1 point behind. The reason I say that is because I didn't realise the replay would be thrown into the month of January. Excuse me, January, got the hiccup then. I thought it would have been put in February when things are a little bit more relaxed. But no, it's been thrown in with Accrington. The replay with Accrington Stanley has been thrown in the middle of the month. Now, technically, that means there's 8 games I should play 4 and simulate 4. But you know what, guys? This is just plain laziness probably on my side. I'm absolutely roasting. Right now, it's 8 o'clock at night and it's still 28 degrees, which is just madness. It is roasting. So can I sit here for another hour, hour and a half, playing another 2 games and simulating the rest? No, I can't. I'll be physically sick. I am absolutely sweating like a pig here right now. So the plan is, guys, going to simulate the Wolves game, play the replay against Accrington Stanley, simulate the Huddersfield game, simulate the Bury game, hopefully we get the win, and then simulate the Newcastle game. We're up next, we've got Wolves. It's another simulated game with the lineup. In fact, I haven't even done the lineup, guys. Completely forgot to show the lineup. You can see it now. We got, I can't even, just look at the screen, guys. Completely messed up then. I forgot to run through the squad with you guys. I do apologise. De Bruyne's picked up a yellow card after 90 minutes. Mahrez has scored after 26. Come on, I'd like a 2-0 by half time. Company picks up a yellow card, half time. We're into the second half now. Come on, lads, we need a second goal. I don't just want to be 1-0 up here. Jolinton coming off from Coutinho. Raheem Sterling scores in the 62nd. Surely, if we don't get a third, we should go on to beat them 2-0 here. Keep a clean sheet. And we have done just that. 90 minutes over. Sterling and Mahrez get on the score sheet. We beat Wolves 2-0. Keep a clean sheet and bag those 3 important points. I wonder now if United manage to win their game. Right, guys, and it's the round 3 replay against Accrington Stanley. I can't believe we drew 2-2 with them. But to be honest, guys, look who's top goal scorer in the FA Cup. It's that striker Key that scored. Realistically, Accrington Stanley the team to beat here. They managed to keep us at a 2-2 draw. I'm hoping this time around that's not going to be the case. I've also seen their Manchester United defeated by Spurs 1-0, which means we've grown that gap now to 4 points clear at the top position. Hopefully we can continue to grow that in the rest of today's episode. But this is the lineup I am putting out against Accrington Stanley. We've got Leroy Sané out on the left wing, Aguero at striker, Dembele at the right wing, Bernardo Silva linking up with De Bruyne in the central midfield role, Fernandinho a little deeper in the central defensive midfield, and then Paul, Stones and Mendy at the back with Ederson between the sticks. There's no messing around this time round. We're going out, we're scoring goals, and that's just what's got to happen. We've got to make sure we keep a clean sheet. Dembele again, can he get off to a great start and score just after 2-3 minutes? It'd be nice. We need to make sure we keep it up, and this time do the job against Accrington Stanley. No messing around this time. For whatever reason, last time I don't feel like we messed around, but we give them hope, we give them belief, we give them opportunity. It's not happening this time round. We're here to take over. We're here to dominate against Accrington Stanley. I want a 4 or 5-0, lads. So let's get this kicked off with Aguero and let's make it happen. KDB on the run now, going to roll it onto his right foot. KDB lets one fly, took a deflection. And now we're going to be able to score with this one. We're going to look for John Stones. Ball in. Stones in a great position. Stones is there. It's 1-0, John Stones. Well, we scored a header from a corner in the first leg. We've now just done the same in the replay. Maybe we just need to get corners and keep banging them in. And they're going to look at breaking out from the back now. KDB's going to win that one back. We are all over them like a rash here. Surely. Here's Aguero. Onto his right foot. Aguero lets one fly. It's 2-0. Take no prisoners. I want it 3-0 by half time. I want it 5-0 by the final whistle. Here's Clark coming forwards. Come on, ref, blow for half time for us. No, it's going to be giving us a foul. Wow. Was 5 minutes really added on? Surely not. Has anyone ever seen this? 50 minutes in to the first half. Get rid of that, Stones. Come on, ref, blow. What is going on? Something's glitched here. Something is glitched. We seem to be into the second half. We haven't had a half time. The referee hasn't blown. Wow! 52 minutes in before the ref blows for half time. 7 minutes added on. I'd have to see what the referee actually added on there. But the game definitely glitched. 52 minutes. Are you joking? That is absolutely ridiculous. But regardless, going to get into the second half. It's Accrington Stanley to kick us off. We need a third. We cannot afford for them to take this to 2-1. Otherwise, we'd be in the same boat that we were. First time we faced off against them, De Bruyne's going to pick that one up. Through to Aguero. De Bruyne's going to pick that one up again. Nicely done out to Fernandinho. Here's Aguero. Aguero going to ping one over now to Dembele in behind. On the volley! It's back of the net, 3-0. We've got players on the pitch now who could potentially still go on to score as Jesus looks at getting in behind. Here we go. We've got Jesus. We've got Leroy Sané. Playing across now to Sané. Surely Leroy Sané slots over for 4-0. And it was the man we just brought on, Gabriel Jesus, to set it up, get the assist. And just pass it over nicely. To the man Leroy Sané to slot home. He put it behind the keeper after the keeper was trying to get back to the middle of the goal. Ball kicked out. Win that Jesus. Nicely done. Here's Leroy Sané. Going to ping one over the top now for Jesus to run on to. Jesus through on goal. It's 5-0. Jesus with an assist and a goal. After 10 minutes. Unbelievable. Beautiful ball there from Sané. Plays it in nicely for Jesus to run on to. Puts his laces through it. Drops it to Silva, who tries to get a shot off. He's taken out in the box. The referee's going to say no, play on. And the referee is going to blow for that full-time whistle. Well, I wanted to beat them 5-0 in the first leg. Or the first time meeting them, actually. We didn't. But then we do manage to beat them 5-0 in the replay. 28 shots. Plenty of highlights for you guys. 20 of them being on target. Leroy Sané picks up man of the match with a 9.5 rating. We march on into the next round of the FA Cup. We're just going to keep our fingers crossed now when we simulate this game against Bury that we get the win. We're 2-0 up from the first leg. Hopefully get a win in the second leg. Otherwise, if they are to beat us, we are out of the Carabao Cup semi-finals. Well, up next, we've got Huddersfield away from home. I thought Spurs had beat Manchester United and we had grown the gap. It turns out they must have got beat in one of the cup games. It must have been either the FA Cup or the Carabao Cup. The Spurs beat United because they are still 1 point behind, and hopefully we're away from home, which is a little bit of a risk simulating this game against Huddersfield. But fingers crossed, we've managed to get the win, and we've had to rotate the team a little bit. But I'm thinking with Sterling, Jesus and Mahrez, this should be a walk in the park. But at left wing, we got Sterling, Jesus at striker, Mahrez out on the right wing, David Silva linking up with Phil Foden in the central midfield role. A little deeper, we got Thomas Partey in the central defensive midfield. And then Albert, Otamendi, Stones and Danilo at the back, with Ederson between the sticks. I've said that so many times. I'm sweating like an absolute pig, guys. I've lost my head in this video. Honestly, need a massive drink of water. But regardless, let's advance. Let's get these players warmed up. Let's make sure we do a job against Huddersfield, because we don't win, and United could take back to the lead. We are now kicked off and 10 minutes in, fast approaching 20 minutes. 20 minutes has passed. Only Jorgensen has picked up a yellow card in the first minute. Fast approaching half time, and we are still yet to score. Come on, lads. And we are 1-0 down. The Poitry has scored in the 41st minute. Luckily enough, Jesus scores in the 51st, but Kopik scores back in the 55th. We are 2-1 down here to Huddersfield away from home. Can we pull this back with only 5 minutes to go? Is anyone going to score? We've lost. And I've spotted that Manchester United beat Brighton 2-1 after Fred scores in the 87th minute. But against Huddersfield, I thought we would have done a job with the lineup we were putting out. We didn't, and we lose to Huddersfield on the day 2-1. Right, so we got the second leg in the semi-finals of the Carabao Cup. Up next, we're at home this time round, and we're against Bury, and we're going to simulate it. Can I just say, guys, right, bearing in mind, it may seem like I'm moaning, but I'm being genuine, you guys, okay? It's 28 degrees. I've just had to open the actual door to this room. So if you hear any background noise, I can only apologise. I need some sort of air in here. The issue I've got is I've been sat here now recording for 1 hour 58. I'm 2 minutes off recording 2 hours, right? I'm thinking we've got Bury left, and then we've got Newcastle. But what happens? Millwall gets thrown in there, which means we started today's episode thinking there was 7. There's actually been 9. There's another game in the FA Cup thrown in there. So I just want to get this series over and done with, guys, okay? I know the whole situation of one season one is to win as much as we can. We're simulating these last 3 games. You guys are still getting content. You're still watching the episode, which I appreciate. But honestly, guys, you'll know it yourself if you're from the UK. Sitting here in 28, 29 degree heat, this room, the thermometer is showing over 30. It's too hot. And I've been here for 2 hours now. And I thought, 2 games to go, nice little simulation. And bang, there's another game thrown in there. It's just, honestly, too much. This is why if I do this in FIFA 20, I'm doing it differently. I may play 4 games, play 2, simulate 2. Obviously, in series in FIFA 20, I'm going to do them like the Liverpool career mode. Play 2, simulate 1. It gets through the series quicker. It doesn't drag it out playing 2 games every single episode. And it takes, 40 episodes to get through. By putting that extra one in there, you do get through the games a little faster. But regardless, out against Bury, we got Sterling out on the left wing, Jesus at striker, Mahrez out on the right wing, David Silva linking up with Phil Foden in the central midfield role. A little deeper, we got Thomas Partey in the central defensive midfield, and then Jordi Alba, Otamendi, Stones and Danilo at the back with Ederson between the sticks. I can't believe they just thrown another game in there. Like, my players can barely stay fit to play these games. It's luckily enough we haven't picked up any more injuries, and I hope I haven't just jinxed us as Jordi Alba picks up a yellow card in the 3rd minute. 20 minutes in, and Gabriel Jesus has scored, so we are now 3-0 up over the 2 legs. Rossiter, which I think might be Jordan Rossiter, the ex-Liverpool man, has just picked up a yellow card in the 29th minute. Sane on for Sterling. Phil Foden scores in the 55th minute, and then Foden picks up an injury in the 63rd. Silva, that is Bernardo Silva's come on for Foden in the 63rd. We're going to the 90 minutes. The referee blows for full time. I've probably jinxed myself with Phil Foden here, haven't I? Is he out for the rest of the season? Probably. Regardless, Jesus and Foden score both goals, one in the 55th, one in the 20th, and we beat Bury 4-0 over the 2 legs. Very happy with that, and we are now through to the final of the Carabao Cup. Right, guys, in here we're about to face off against Millwall in the round 4 of the FA Cup. We're at home, and I forgot about this player, so we've got a bit of good news and a bit of bad news. Bit of good news is Zinchenko, the other left back, has come back. He's going to be fit in about a week. He's got a plaster next to his name, so we're not going to play him just yet, but it helps out with having to rotate that left back and right back position. The downfall is, guys, is I literally jinxed myself. Bad news. Phil Foden has suffered a torn hip flexor and will be out for 2 months. He's pretty much out till the end of the season now. Bear in mind we're coming to February, so he's out for February, he's out for March, then you've got April and May, and then the season's done. So he's going to be back with about 5 or 6 games to play, which is just ridiculous. I knew I'd jinxed myself, and unfortunately, that is exactly what I did. And this is the lineup hopefully going to do it. We've got Raheem Sterling out on the left wing, Sergio Aguero at striker, Dembele out on the right wing, Bernardo Silva linking up with De Bruyne in the central midfield role. A little deeper, we've got Thomas Partey in the central defensive midfield, then Albert, Company, Laporte and Mendy at the back, with Ederson between the sticks. 2 more games to go. At this point, guys, I have no idea how long this episode is. As a glimpse over, I've now been recording for 2 hours 7 minutes. We're about to get the players warmed up and simulate this game. We've still got another one to go. This episode could be an hour long, which is just not what I want. But the referee has blown his whistle to get this kicked off. We are 15 minutes in, nothing happened just yet. Silva scores, that is Bernardo Silva scores in the 19th minute for us. 35 minutes in, come on lads, can we get a second? Dembele scores a second in the 38th minute. Dembele has been a dream. Obviously, the whole situation with this series was when we went to a new club, we could only take, Jesus scores in the 66th, we could only take 2 players from Man City to our new club. Dembele scores again in the 82nd. Full-time whistle blows after 90 minutes. We beat Millwall 4-0 and we bag a place in the next stages of the FA Cup. But as I was saying, this series, whenever we move to the next team, let's say we go to Real Madrid or Barcelona, Bayern Munich, we could only take 2 players from the previous club. Those 2 players for me would have easily been Dembele and De Bruyne. Both players have been absolutely unreal, but Dembele for this series, in this season 1 at Manchester City, has been the best player and also the best buy that we could have bought. He's been unreal, and he's just bagged 2 goals against Millwall to help us get through to the next stages of the FA Cup. And we're here, finally, for the final game in today's episode. It's another simulated one. We're facing off against Newcastle. We are currently, bearing in mind, though, they have got a game, or we've got a game in hand. We haven't played our 24th game. 5 points behind, first position, Manchester United. If we were to lose this and Arsenal were to keep going the way they are, we could be down to 3rd, maybe even 4th, if Liverpool and Arsenal do continue their winning ways. But hopefully, to box off today's episode, to finish on a high, we will get that very important win. And hopefully, this team will do just that for us. We've got Raheem Sterling out on the left wing, Aguero at striker, Dembele out on the right wing, Bernardo Silva linking up with De Bruyne in the central midfield roles, Thomas Partey a little deeper in the central defensive midfield, and then Albert, Laporte, Otamendi and Mendy at the back with Ederson between the sticks. Let's go ahead and simulate this game. The final game against Newcastle, Rafa Benitez and co. Players warming up. Please finish on a high. Please get me that important win. And Aguero has missed a pen after 4 minutes. Dembele is injured after 11 minutes. Don't do this to me. Dembele could be out for a long time here. Muto has just scored after 27 minutes. Newcastle are 1-0 up. We have seriously screwed up this final game if we don't manage to pull this back. Silva on for Silva. Come on, lads. Surely someone's going to score for us here. 20 minutes to go. Making loads of changes. Nothing happened. Aguero scores a penalty. It's going to go to the 90th minute whistle. It has done, and we've only managed to draw against Newcastle. If Aguero could have scored that first pen and scored that last pen, we would have beaten them 2-1. And Dembele has picked up an injury. Well, what a way to finish today's episode. This has literally summed it up. The heat for me, I'm sweating. The temperature off the Xbox and PC in this room. this episode has literally summed it up. The fact that we couldn't even beat Accrington Stanley, we had to take it to a replay. And in fact, we can't even beat Newcastle in the last game of today's episode, yet we're away from home. Yes, there's a bigger percent chance we'll draw or lose, but come on. It's Newcastle. With the squad that we've got, we should have killed them off. And to be fair, Aguero had the chance, but he missed the pen. We draw 1-1 for the final game of today's episode against Newcastle. And it's not the result we wanted. Right, guys, and here we are back at the Central for the final time in today's episode. We do still technically have to advance the 10 hours left in January, but I'm going to do that all off camera so we can get ready on the 1st of February to go again for the next episode. I can only apologise, guys, if today's episode has felt a bit rushed, has felt a little bit off, if you haven't really enjoyed it. Like I said, I'm just trying to get through the one season wonder, get to episode 12, finish the series, look forward to the last FIFA 19 career mode series on this channel, and then get ready for FIFA 20. So it's just important that I finish it off. Obviously, we've got episode 9, 10, 11, and 12. 4 more episodes to go, and then we will have finished this series. Only 2 more episodes to go on the Liverpool career mode. I will probably keep you guys posted. I might do a little schedule down below in the comment section if you want to go and check it out, letting you guys know when these videos are coming out. I know you've definitely got this episode 8. The next video is going to be episode 9, and the video after that is unfortunately going to be episode 10. So you've got 3 of these on the bounce. I'm hoping you guys can just stick with me. You know, bear with it, try and enjoy it. I know it's a little bit rushed, but it's just one of those things. Unfortunately, we do still have, and I say unfortunately because personally I'm just not enjoying it, guys. We've still got 4 episodes to go until we finish off this series. We've got the last 10 hours. I'm not going to sign anyone. I'm quite happy with the squad. But regardless, guys, that is going to do it for today's episode. And if you have enjoyed it, please do give it a big thumbs up for me. Don't forget to drop your comments down below. If you're new around here, click that subscribe button. Don't forget to share this video with your friends and family. And I've been MassiveBrad. Peace out.